Hey, I'm Derek Sr., and my message is for my students and my athletes, and it's called Maximum Effort. For me, I'm going to take this back to when I was a freshman at 14 years old. Because you know how people say, hey, if I could have a do-over or say turn back the hands of time, for me, that's exactly when I take it. Being raised by a single parent, my mother single-handedly paid thousands of dollars for me to go to Aurora Christian, which when I was growing up was the best school athletically and academically, and probably still is. Now, she could have just paid $50 for me to go to the local public school, but she wanted the best for me. And not only did she believe in my academic ability, but she believed in my athletic ability. And me as a freshman, I didn't even work out or play with the other freshmen because I was on another level than they were. I worked out and practiced with the varsity team. So not just me, but the other players thought I was going to be getting moved up to the varsity team. So fast forwarding halfway through the school year and the season, where I would normally be leading my team in pretty much every category and on the honor roll. But instead, I'm academically ineligible and I haven't played not one game. So in turn, a couple of other players get moved up to the varsity team. And these other freshmen that got moved up, I mean, they didn't have half my athleticism, but they had great work ethic in the class, and I didn't. See, back then I didn't understand that. I felt a sense of entitlement. You know, I blamed everybody else for my shortcomings. I blamed the coaches and said, well, it's favoritism. I blamed the teachers and said, well, they just don't like me. I blamed everybody else except for Derek for not giving maximum effort. So I'm going to fast forward now towards the end of the school year and season. Well, I never did get on track, and I was pretty much ineligible the entire season and school year. To add insult to injury, I was just informed by the school counselor that I need summer school in order to keep from failing the 9th grade. I need you to pay close attention because this is where it gets real, okay? After a long day's work, my mother is sitting in the living room on the couch, and she calls me to come in and have a conversation with her. As I walk in the living room, I see that she has my report card in her hand, and it's revealing that I need summer school in order to pass the 9th grade, which is going to cost her even more money in return. So my mother looks up at me and she says, Derek, I don't understand, son. What's wrong? Do you feel like you need help? See, me thinking what I'm going to say to her is going to make her feel better and make the situation okay, but I was horribly mistaken. So I just smile as I look at my mom and I say, no, Mama, I just really didn't try. I can do better. Mind you, I've seen my mother cry 3 times in her life. I am now one of the 3 because she literally broke down crying as she ran upstairs and didn't say another word to me. And that crushed me. See, the other 2 times that I saw my mother cry, one being when my aunt died when I was little, and the other being when my big brother passed away. So I didn't understand why she reacted the way she did to me. So about a day or so passed, and my mother and I reconvened our conversation, and I asked her, I said, Mama, why are you so upset with me? And she said, son, I get up early and I go to that factory and I lift that heavy iron for you. She said, I stay late working overtime in that hot building for you. So when your response was that you just didn't try or that you can do better, that hurt me to my core, son, because the simple fact of the matter is I can't do any better for you, and I've given you all that I got in order to make sure you get the best education there is. See, her response, it touched me so deeply that my sophomore year, not only was I on the honor roll, but I also was selected the most improved player of the year. See, I made the choice that at that moment, my mother would never cry another tear for me unless they were tears of joy. That was a defining moment of me learning and understanding maximum effort. Now students, athletes, my question for you is, do you give maximum effort? What is the purpose in you doing whatever it is you're doing? Do you get up eager to be a sponge, to go to practice in school and absorb as much knowledge as you possibly can? What is the reason you're doing whatever it is you're doing if you're not shooting to become phenomenal at it? Why are you asking your parents or whoever it is to use their time, energy, and effort to take you to and from wherever you gotta go? I mean, do you think about their time, their energy, their effort when you're asking them to do whatever it is you're doing to help you accomplish whatever it is you want to accomplish in life? I guarantee if you think about them, you'll put forth maximum effort. See, I thought about my mama waking up early, lifting that heavy iron for me every time I did homework or study for a test. I thought about my mama staying late, working overtime for me whenever I got on that field, that court, for a practice or a game. See, that way of thinking as far as I can do better next time is dead. I only put forth maximum effort. You should only put forth maximum effort. You owe it to yourself to maximize every opportunity you get in life. You owe it to your parents to give them a return on their investment. See, us as parents, we work hard to provide the school clothes, shoes, and supplies for you. And some of you all are treating it like it's a fashion show. And of course, we want you to look good and feel confident when you're at school, but we're not spending our hard-earned money for you to go to school for a fashion show. So students, athletes, I want you to go to sleep thinking about how you can make tomorrow better than it was today. When you wake up, I want you to execute your plan on how you're going to make today better than yesterday. And remember, nobody owes you anything. You are not entitled. Give it all you got. Give it maximum effort. Remember, you owe it to your parents to give them a return on their investment, but most importantly, you owe it to yourself. So only give maximum effort. I'm Derek Sr.